to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com. And streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Vampire Diaries After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and give you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Vampire Diaries After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV After Show for the Vampire Diaries, Season 4, Episode 16. Bring it on. It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy in studio by myself. Cue crickets. No, unfortunately, Kristen Snyder is not here tonight, but a round of applause for her because she's actually on the set of Girl Meets World, which is the sequel TV show to Boy Meets World. So big ups to Kristen. Brittany Brower actually will be back next week. She has been doing her thing. And then just everyone tweet Dave at David that he sucks. All right, but this episode definitely did not suck. Well, it had a lot of sucking in it, blood sucking, but it did not suck. I'm actually... Now, you guys know how much I am so over Elena and the dramatics, but I like this Elena. I like how dramatic she's acting in this, with this whole emotions turned off. Gives me a little bit of Catherine, but it has a different little flair and spice to it. We start the episode off with Elena laying on the highway. She kills the woman on the highway, basically saying, "I don't feel anything." And it's funny that Damon is the one to come and say, you know, have a little restraint. Really, Damon? Now, the creators, the writers, they did a little extra stuff with the whole Elena getting naked. It's like, okay, do we have to see Elena getting naked to know that she just doesn't care anymore? A little extra. Except the second time when she was with Stefan, that one made sense. They have this great idea to send Elena into a school, go back to school. She has no emotions. Let's put her back in school and then just let her be blood hungry. I didn't really understand the point of that, but whatever, we'll go with it. So she goes back to school. She sees on Jeremy's memorial thing. She stares at it a little longer. Now, even though her emotions are turned off, I still wonder if they're fully turned off. Because I feel like she glanced at that memorial 5 seconds too long. I don't know what you guys think. And let me know what you guys think. You guys can call in at 424-256-1729. Again, pick up your phone and dial 424-256.
You know what? I'm going to punch in a caller right now. How about that?
There we go. All right, that was Phil's feedback. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, I'm Courtney. Is this Vampire Diaries?
Yes, Courtney, it is. How are you?
Fine.
I love your accent.
I'm from D.C.
You're from D.C.? I love your accent.
Thank you. I just wanted to talk about the Klaus. I have a couple of things to talk about. First, Klaus and Hayley.
Well, wait. Before you get into Klaus and Hayley, I want to ask you a question about this whole Elena thing that I was just talking about. How do you stand as far as Elena's character now that she has this thing turned off? How do you like Elena with her feelings?
Okay, let me say this. I hate Elena, but I hate what she did to Caroline, but she was speaking the truth.
Oh, yes, she was.
All she said all this episode, she was speaking the truth. What she said to Stefan about how I'm your word, you need to get a new, get something else.
Basically, get a hobby.
Word.
Basically, she was saying.
And about.
Go ahead. What was the second one?
And how about and Caroline?
Yep. And how she's caught up over Tyler.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, what did you think as far as her going back to school? Like, did you think that was a crazy idea? Why would they even think to put her back into school without supervision? I mean, that was kind of nuts, right?
Well, we have to remember they are in high school.
That's true. Yeah, but Stefan and Damon have been around for years. And who was it? Was it Stefan or Damon that came up with the idea?
I think it was Stefan, but Damon agreed.
Right, and Caroline was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. It made no sense. All right, so what do you want to say about Hayley and Klaus?
I don't like him. I love that. I love that scene. I'm not doing that.
Wait a minute, say that again.
I just don't see Klaus with his shirt off. I was like, no, but yes, keep going.
Well, do you want Klaus and Caroline? Is that why?
Yes.
You do. See, I'm the same way. So I want Klaus and Caroline, but I mean, you've heard the drama that's going on about, well, not the drama, the rumors about the new spin-off show, The Originals?
Yes.
So,
and I'm gonna set my DVR because I love that.
I'm sure you do.
Everything with Klaus is the main focus, the originals. I love them.
But now we have Caroline just got this letter from Tyler. And it's basically cutting all ties off from Tyler. So obviously now she can open herself up to Klaus. But then if Klaus goes to the spinoff show, I mean, are you going to be disappointed? He's not going to have the relationship with Caroline?
Let me say this. I was doing some research on Joseph Morgan. And little spoiler, I should have told later, but little spoiler. He said they are going to be, characters are going back and forth.
Right. That, I mean,
characters are going to be going back and forth.
I did figure that would happen, but also interesting that Hayley, now we learn why Hayley was going to be on the spinoff show. He's going to obviously take her to New Orleans, and I believe it's next week that we get the, I don't know if it's next week or the week after that we're going to get the pilot for the new show. They're going to air it as
let me speak another truth to you. With Damon said to Rebekah about being human, I was like, yes, tell her, keep a vampire. I don't like it.
Well, no. Well, see, that's the only thing I disagree with you. For me, Rebekah knows what it was like to feel like a human. She's been a vampire forever. She's an original. So, I mean, it comes to the point where I believe that she wants that boring life and realizing that life sucks. She already thinks life sucks. She doesn't get a thrill out of it anymore. She wants to live she wants to feel pain. She wants to, and when you feel pain as a human, there's a point to it. There's no point to it when you feel it as a vampire. You know, so I think she wants the full circle.
But I believe all she needs is love. Because if you find a great love, you can spend forever and you wouldn't worry about dying, you know.
That's true, but do you think that maybe Matt, I mean, do you like Matt and Rebekah?
No.
No? Who would you pair Rebekah with?
Stefan.
Girl, bye. No. So you're definitely a Damon and Elena. You're for Damon and Elena.
You realize this. I don't like Elena, so I don't like her with Damon. Stefan.
Well, okay, but I
have to tell my mother sometimes, how long, if Elena was my friend, I'll be like, kill her already. We don't need her.
Well, no, I mean, Elena's been through a lot, I'll give her that, and she does get on my damn nerves almost every episode, but I don't know why I can't fully go over to the Delana side. But, so, okay, even though you said she was reading the truth tonight, so do you like her better with her emotions cut off as a character? Like,
if it makes her more honest, yes, but she needs to, how she did Caroline this episode, about killing her mother and killing her, I was like, oh no.
That's
Can't
true.
do it.
That's true. All right, so all right, before we let you go, what's one thing that you want from next week? What do you want to see next week? Other than Klaus shirtless.
Klaus and Caroline things. But I already know in 418 it's going to happen.
All right.
So.
Well, thank you so much for the insight. What else?
Hold on, one more thing I gotta say. I just wanted Klaus to go to Elena and laugh at her face about her brother dying.
Oh, I
really did.
That'll be a good scene too. Well, Courtney, thank you so much for calling in. Make sure you call in next week and keep up with the inside scoops. I love it. All right, so going back to this whole Elena thing, she's in the school, and even though her emotions are off, the one thing that, even though I don't believe that her emotions are off fully, because if you don't care, why does Caroline bother you so much? You know she's your friend, because even though your emotions are shut off, you're still thinking the same way. Why do you have this bitter anger towards her? That really confused me as far as the writing of the show goes. She referred to her as the queen. She said, you guys look really happy together, talking about Stefan and Caroline. And then, I mean, the other thing with the show, and I wish Brittany was here to go over this, but how the hell did Elena just one day decide, I want to join the cheerleading squad? Like, I know she used to be on the cheerleading squad, but how were you able to just join a competition? Really? That was doing the most. And then where did the bitterness come to just not catch Caroline? So I don't know if that's something that they're leading towards or if it was just awkward writing. I really don't know, but that was just something that was interesting to me. She's hungry. She goes, she kills that cheerleader. Sure, okay, fine. We know now that Elena is bloodthirsty. Great. She goes back home. Stefan brings her home, has her tied up. She takes her clothes off. Question for you guys. Do you guys think that that was her trying to manipulate Stefan? Or she doesn't care, so she's just going to take her clothes off? I mean, Stefan thought it was her manipulating him, but is that just him being a boy, like, yeah, you're taking your clothes off, you're doing it for me, trying to get her way? I don't know. And it's interesting that even though the sire bond isn't still working, they say, that she still has some sort of connection with Damon versus Stefan. And it was true. I got to agree with Courtney. The fact that she said, why is your whole world revolve around me? It makes no sense. Go find something else to do. And that's kind of like a wake-up call. Like, at that point, it's like, you know what? I am acting kind of thirsty, and I'm done with this relationship. And I really hope that that happens with Stefan, even though I am a Stefan and Elena fan. But you can only take so many slaps to the face, and I feel like he has taken enough from Elena where he needs to back off. And, I mean, maybe as we saw next week, Damon is going to step up, and I think that's what Stefan's afraid of, that if he doesn't stay there for Elena, who's going to really be there to protect her? You know, he loves Damon, but is Damon really going to be the one? And it's kind of like a real-life relationship. It's Captain Save-A-Ho, basically, was what it comes down to. It's Stefan sitting there saying, I know what our love is. I watched you for so long. I know what you need in life. I know what you want in life. And it's almost like, it's like a relationship, but it's also kind of like, in a relationship, you can't push yourself onto the other person. In a relationship, you both have to be strong-willed people and be able to come together. If it's one person is stronger than the other person, then their characteristics are going to fall onto him. And I think that's what was happening with Elena. And it's kind of like the overprotective parent, where the kid just it's great, we understand what you're trying to do, but the kid's trying to push away. The kid doesn't want that anymore. And I think that's where Elena is rebelling right now, which is why I feel she went to Damon and, you know, said, now with Damon, I do think she's manipulating him in a sense of saying, you like me better like this. You know you do. Knowing that Damon's weak enough to say, yeah, I do. Let's go. So I don't know. It's really tricky for me because as far as you shutting your emotions off, I feel like they're picking and choosing certain places. I don't know, but if you guys know, make sure you give us a call at 424-256-1729. And also, make sure you guys hit us up on iTunes. We're here every single week, and I love all the comments that we get on iTunes. If you subscribe to us, rate us, and leave us a comment with your Twitter handle, we'll give you a shout-out on the show. So that's iTunes. Just type in Vampire AfterBuzz. It'll pop up. Subscribe, comment, and leave us a little comment with your Twitter handle and download. All right, so the other storyline we got today was Hayley and Klaus. Hayley's working with Kat, which is something that I know we predicted in the past, but also working with Klaus. And Hayley's very easily swayed as far as it goes with her family. She just wants to know where she came from, what her roots are. I was upset with the whole Hayley story tonight because I was already mad at Hayley that she tried to go after Tyler because I love Caroline. Caroline's like my sister on the show. Like, I don't want anything to happen to her. But you already tried to come at Caroline's first man. And then now you're talking to Klaus, telling Klaus that he's going to mess up with Caroline. And then you sleep with Klaus. I don't know. I thought that was kind of messed up. Klaus finds out that he let Kat escape. She explains that she's in New Orleans looking for. She wants to go to New Orleans to find her parents. And Kat said that she could help. So obviously they're just building it up to be the new show for us to get the point of what the new show is going to lead us to. I still don't know if it's strong enough. I mean, maybe for like a season or two, but how long can that really go on for? Apparently, there are fans out there like Courtney herself who are sitting there saying, yeah, I want a whole show about Klaus. I want more vampires. Is it going to be kind of the same thing? That's what I'm worried about. Is Hayley a big enough character to kind of fill in a role? How often are they really going to come back and forth on the show? I don't know. Maybe Tyler's storyline could fully go over to that show. That could happen as well. I don't know. As far as Klaus and the painting situation, that was one of my favorite parts. He explained that the painting, the one painting that Hayley really liked, he said, painting is a metaphor for control. I choose the colors, I choose the brush, I choose the canvas, which is really true. Interesting metaphor in the sense of realizing when he was a human, he felt like he didn't understand how to be himself, and comparing the painting to life, now he can make the choices with all this power. But I mean, that just comes to anybody. I have the choice to do what I want to do. It doesn't mean that you have to do things negatively. You can do them, you can be positive and still have control over your life. But it was, I mean, we're just seeing little pieces of Klaus and getting to know him better. I am officially siding with Klaus and Caroline as a couple. I don't know why he let go of Tyler so easily, but Tyler has grown. I've grown tiresome of Tyler and his whole character for the story. And I hate to say that because I was such a ride or die for Tyler, and I don't know what happened with him. But I'm very happy that Klaus and Caroline, I feel that's what they're building it up to be with the whole letter from Tyler and us just getting to see more sentimental side of Klaus. But then you messed up and you had sex with Hayley. I didn't understand that. I didn't like it. It's going to be just another thing, I feel, for Caroline to be hurt over. And what I would like to see from it is Caroline versus Hayley. That would be a really interesting fight for me. But yeah, so that was pretty much their storyline, and it'll be exciting to see where Kat fits in as far as with Klaus. Kat wanting to shove the cure down Klaus's throat, so she has to stop running away, which was an interesting. I mean, Elena really did read people for filth. When Stefan compares Elena to Catherine, saying about the whole manipulating thing, which is true to a point, but she said, no, I'm not Catherine. Catherine runs from her own shadow because she's scared and tired of running. She said, I choose what I want to do, which is funny, though. Again, we get the choosing and the power and the control. So, which is good. I got to give a round of applause for Nina Dobrev, because you played three different characters on the show. Damn, girl. Damn. You. And I was kind of scared with this third character that it was going to be very similar to Kat, and it's not at all. I don't see the same person. She does have a deadpan look on her face, and I can appreciate that as far as her acting skills go. Her telling Stefan to turn it off, again, like I said, slap to the face, let's get it over with. She calls all these people over, they have a party. She's letting loose. I'm surprised she didn't kill anyone at the party, but then we find out that it was manipulating. The whole plan was to keep them busy so she could escape. Sheriff Forbes comes in, tries to stop the party. Elena, again, with the salty comment, talking about, oh, she's flirting with Stefan. And again, there's that bitterness, there's a feeling, there's an emotion there. There still is an emotion there. There's a jealousy. That's what I picked up. I don't know what you guys thought. I felt it was jealousy. So next week should be really interesting to see what pans out with the whole New York trip and Damon. And is it really going to be Damon? As Rebekah said, why do you want Elena to have the cure? Once she has the cure, she's going to fall in love with Stefan again. Could be. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I'm starting to get to a point where it's going to be really hard to get Stefan and Elena back together. I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to the point where, like I said, with Caroline and Tyler, I'm just done with their relationship. I don't want it anymore. And I feel like that's going to happen with me as a Stelena fan, and I don't want that. The bottom of my soul, I don't want that, but I feel like it's going to happen. All right, so after that, she almost hurts Caroline's mom. Caroline's pissed off, which totally understandable. We find out that there are blood banks missing blood. Top of my head, I was like, okay, it could be Kat. I doubt it. Could it be Elena? Maybe, but I don't think... No shade, Elena. I don't think she's smart enough to have done that. So to me, the obvious one was Silas. I'm sure most of you guys already assumed that as well. But yeah, she runs out the door. Caroline and Stefan go chasing after her. She sees Caroline, and I know Caroline is the stronger vampire, but you also have to remember Caroline is fighting with emotion versus Elena, who is turned off, so you're going to be stronger because you really don't care. You don't care what happens. Yeah, Stefan said, don't hesitate, snap her neck, but that's not Caroline. That's not in her character to do something like that. So she's going to have to take the extra step to snap her neck. Whereas with Elena, like, you saw her break that tree branch off, and I was like, please do not kill... You killed Jeremy last week. Don't kill Caroline again. Which, by the way, a little side piece, news and gossip, since we're talking about Caroline. Ian Somerhalder was doing an interview, and he basically said, everyone's coming to work now. Ever since the Jeremy thing, everyone's coming to work on time with their lines memorized, less joking around. He was like, because no one knows where they're taking this. Anyone could die. He said it's fair game for any character. He said they're amazing at writing people in and not following the book, and it really is going to be interesting to see where they take it. He said there's going to be a very big twist coming up, so I'm excited for that. I hope, as long as it doesn't affect Caroline, because she's kind of, and Bonnie. Those are the only two people I'm really, really riding for. They cannot leave the show. I will be thoroughly upset if that happens. So, Elena, Caroline, they're in the woods. Elena brings up Tyler. You're swooning over Tyler. He's gone. He left you, which is kind of good. I think all the characters kind of needed Elena to do this to kind of... Because they cater to this one girl. They cater to her. Bonnie caters to Elena. Caroline caters to Elena. versus worrying about themselves. And as we see, they're not worrying about themselves, and they're getting hurt by everything that's happening. So Elena telling them all kind of how it is worked out for the better. I would have liked to see a scene with Rebekah and Elena. That would have been really interesting. But she basically talked about Tyler, her dirty thoughts with Klaus, and then almost kills her. Stefan and Damon save her, which thankfully, because then I would have been real upset. Elena tells Damon, "You like me better like this," and then we see that they're going off, driving away. Stefan calls Damon to kind of tell him, hey, there's 30, I believe it was 30 other blood banks, or 6 other blood banks are now emptied too. And basically figures out that it's Silas. Damon kind of has the I don't care face on, and we find out that they're driving to New York. So hopefully Damon really knows what he's doing with this. Maybe he's going to teach Elena how he overcame it. I don't know. I hope that she doesn't fall off the edge with it. And then the final thing was the mark on Hayley's back. It was like a light little moon, and Klaus realizes that it's a part of the same clan that he knew from Louisiana. So everything is going to tie back into the New Orleans show, which is going to be very interesting. So on that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
So next week, they're heading to New York. Again, I'm still like flabbergasted off the fact that Jeremy's dead. I cannot believe it. I know some of our fans are saying that they hope they kill Jeremy off so that they can bring him back with a lyric, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think we really lost Jeremy, which is really sad, but I think we really lost him. I believe we're probably going to lose one more character by the end of the season. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. And then we get the whole New York thing next week, which is going to be interesting, the city that never sleeps. So to see Damon and Elena, it's going to kind of be like their first date, really, because now Damon has the Elena he always wanted, the girl he always wanted, where they can be bad and no one has to watch over them. I feel like they're going to bump into something in New York, or someone, or being careless that Damon is. Silas is going to do something or make his presence known next week, and Damon's going to kind of realize, oh, shoot, I messed up, and I should have been back with my brother or helping Elena out because I left my brother and the rest of the people ones unguarded. Again, no Bonnie this week, so hopefully next week is Bonnie filled, because she went crazy last week, so that is not fair that you guys did not explain anything this week. So yeah, it should be really interesting, and I will have the rest of my panel finally back. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please, please, please leave us all the love and comments. I mean, you guys do it anyways, but please hit us up on iTunes, download, rate, subscribe. I know you guys said something about iTunes is different now. We'll figure it out. I'll leave a comment on there to help you guys figure that out as far as downloading the podcast. But please, I mean, Phil, if you can speak to that. Download, rate, subscribe, copy. Hit us up on AFTERBUZZ on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can follow me at DJ Jesse J. Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
We'll do an instructional video. How about that?
There we go.
How to rate and comment on iTunes.
Excellent.
By Stephen Lemieux.
Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AFTERBUZZ TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AFTERBUZZTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AFTERBUZZ TV or its owners or principals.